I'm Jeff Beveridge, the founder of Trident Proposal Management.
I'm Kathy Borkowski, Vice President of Trident Proposals.
We're going to talk to you about 4 traits or qualities of a wildly successful proposal manager. And we're saying wildly successful because we're assuming that you have all the traits of a project manager already totally in check. So you can manage a project, you can get deliverables out on time, you can produce quality products. We know you can do all that. We're going to take you to a different level of game because proposals are a special kind of project. They're not your normal project, and normal sort of project management doesn't always apply. So Kathy, you're Trident Proposal Management's #1 proposal manager. You train all our proposal managers. Talk to me about these 4 traits.
The biggest thing I'm finding is, so all the project management skills that you're just talking about, right? Well, proposal management is that in a leadership 30-day pressure cooker of stress, pain, and malcontent. So the most successful proposal managers I've seen, they're not just good at the subject matter, they're not just good at the content, they are good at valuing their people, they're good at making sure the communication flows. So our 4 traits are all highlighting that sort of leadership and mentorship of people in a super fast situation. So the first one is active communication. You can't sit back and wait for people to give you inputs. You can't assume that they're going to tell you when they have a problem. So one thing that we always do is we have a quick 15-minute tag up, and we keep it to 15 minutes because every minute is worth money. And we just get, hey, what'd you do yesterday? And what problems are you facing so that I can solve problems for you?
You know, Kathy, I just want to add to that. So the communication is critical because remember, everyone on your team has a day job. They're likely working at their day job, and you have to have some compassion for that. And you also have to remember that whatever is the top email in their inbox, whatever way you're communicating with them, text, voicemail, whatever way you're communicating needs to be front and center, and it has to be actively done, and it has to be consistently done. And that's what the tag up is really good at doing, having a consistent place where everybody stops and focuses on what needs to be done that day for the proposal.
The next thing that kind of leads into is you've got all these people delivering these tasks. There's always constant little tiny steps that they're taking. There's problems that they're running into. They are spending so much of their weekends and personal time. I've had people miss kids' birthday parties, like all sorts of these terrible things. And the biggest thing that I've learned, no matter what they're giving to you, thank them. Say, thank you for taking the time to do this. I appreciate what you've done. Then if you need to tweak something that they gave you, then you just thank you. Hey, can you make this slight modification? And by the way, I appreciate you for all the time that you've given me. People, they want the job, right? So they're going to do it. But a person that is happier and more excited to do it for you will produce a better product.
Without a doubt. And that moves into a 3rd quality of a high-performing proposal manager. And it's really why I only hire veterans for that role at Trident Proposal Management is the willingness to make a decision, like to move the process forward by making a decision, even if it's a hard decision or a decision that you don't feel like you're necessarily in the right place or the right rank or grade or you're the right person in the company to make the decision. So tell me some of the decisions, Kathy, that you have to make as a proposal manager that are important.
What decision don't you have to make, right? Because everyone's looking to you for specific guidance, and I've seen it described in a really good way. So a car that is stopped, to turn left, to turn right, to even make tiny minute corrections, well, you have to really muscle that steering wheel over. It's not easy. A car that is driving 30 miles down the road, little tiny pivots and changes are super easy. And what that means is the more you're keeping your people taking action, the more you're continuing to push the process. Even if, say, hey, I asked questions to the government, I don't have my questions back, how am I supposed to work? Well, you can start to push forward and make some assumptions, make some tough decisions. And then if it's a political sort of situation that you're in, you got people breathing down your neck, come up with a couple of solutions. Be like, hey boss, I think this, and this is what we need to be doing. Please choose the one. I actually recommend this one is going to be the best for us. Then you can pivot as needed.
That gives us to the last and probably the most important of all of these traits, and it's take small bites. The proposal can be overwhelming. It's so much you have to coordinate. We have checklists though, and we have detailed step-by-step processes. Those are important because those small bites are much easier to take on.
And that's why we have, you'll hear of any super professional proposal process has milestones. And it has milestones so that you stress until you get to this milestone, bam, you get a review. And then, okay, now I just have to get to the next milestone and the next milestone. So instead of sitting on the very first day of the RFP and I'm like, oh my God, in 30 days, I have to produce a 100-page document that's good enough to win me $10 million? Holy cow, that's scary. But if instead I just focus on, I need to produce a compelling outline, I need to produce good stuff, I need to find more examples, and now I know how to task all of my folks appropriately, it's a lot better technique.
Oh yeah, way lower stress. So those are the 4 traits to really take your proposal game and take it up 10 notches. You will be so well respected if you take these traits and embody them in your next proposal. We're Trident Proposal Management.
Subscribe to our channel, sign up for our articles, and get more tips and tricks that will help you win more government work.
And play to win that government contract.